Reynolds, pound for pound, is one of the biggest stars we've ever had on this show.
You got something to say, say it.
For more than half a century, the name Burt Reynolds has defined the term film star.
Well,
he established a certain kind of manhood for a certain generation.
He's extremely handsome, extremely sexy, has charisma just, oozing out of every single pore.
He was envied by all the other actors.
I didn't know I was so popular.
Bert is a star, and that's the difference.
It was 1968, the heyday of student radicalism, and Gordon soon found himself involved in campus politics.
Gordon Brown, the young radical, holds an important and influential position.
The workers in the university are now going to be represented on the university governing body.
He was so much trouble as a student rector that they passed a law that you couldn't be a rector and a student again.
And his enthusiasm for politics knew no bounds. In 1983, newly elected Gordon Brown was by chance given an office to share with another young MP, Tony Blair.
We had this little office just underneath the main hall outside the House of Commons chamber, and it had no windows in it. It was a tiny little office. I mean, we talked about everything. We talked about life, art, women, everything. It was not just a close political relationship. It was a close friendship, and he was tremendous fun to be with, actually.
When Labour leader John Smith died suddenly, the door was left wide open for a successor.
There's nothing that can put a greater strain on that friendship than when you're in a situation where one of you has to step forward.
It was time to decide who would be leader. The pair met in a London restaurant to discuss who would stand and on what terms, but what was actually agreed remains a mystery.
The rivalry then turned into one of the longest feuds in politics since Thatcher and Heath.
It was a miserable environment in which to be in government when you had the two most powerful people constantly at civil war.
One was definitely fortunate to be in the right place at the right time, because Liverpool was, at the time when she was getting into singing, it was the epicenter of the musical world.
Be still, those of you who are middle-aged. Be silent, ye young addicts to the Mersey sound. This is the holy of holies of the age of beat.
We'd go to these sessions and see people like Rory Storm, the Hurricanes. Ringo was the drummer.
She was a really good friend. You could always call on her. You had to go then, of course, because none of us had a phone. And, we'd go to the movies, something like that. It was nothing serious. We were just pals. We did make each other laugh because we have the same sense of humor.